How did it happen for you, and how did you feel? Like you're blushing already.
When you get a international tag as saying, 17th most sexiest Asian man, would I date him?
Yeah,
Pehla question is tricky.
we've seen you in negative characters before as well. Now
Yeah.
this is a lover side, like an extreme love. Is it negative in nature as well?
इंसान दिखेगा नहीं तो इंसान बिकेगा नहीं. शाहरुख है डर डर का शाहरुख है. But ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Intense. Augusta is very intense. I'm also very intense. We as actors we don't have a personal life as such. Our life is all public. Hi there. How are
Hi
you?
Zen, how are you?
Very good, Nayanika, right? Nayanika.
Yeah, it's Nayanika. Welcome to Pink Villa.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
Superb. How about you? You well?
Very well. So excited for your new show?
Very. Are you?
I am. I definitely am. The teaser
Seen the
is
promos?
kind of killing.
Kidding, na? Blockbuster hai nahi hai?
I guess. I'm hoping.
We're hoping to.
Yeah. So, how was it, shooting for the show, getting into this genre? We've seen you in negative characters before as well. Now
Yeah.
this is a lover side, like an extreme love. Is it negative in nature as well?
I wouldn't call it negative, but he has a different shade to it. It's got, he's very positive. He's very respectful towards others. He just sometimes goes crazy if he's not able to achieve what he wants in life, and he's friends with the Paki, the girl played by Reem. So he is so madly in love with her that he's got her life rigged since 15-20 years, and whatever she does and whoever she meets with, it's all planned by Agastya. Agastya Raichand is the character that I'm playing right now, and so he can go to any extent to get the love of his life, which is Paki. So otherwise, when he's around other people, he's very positive, he's very lovable, and people will empathize and sympathize with the kind of incidents that happen with him. And sometimes he goes crazy, sometimes he loses sanity and he goes insane. So I think it's got different characters to it, and you love it.
Yeah. How is it playing this, this lover portrayal with Reem? Was it colorful on sets, or sometimes the chemistry on the sets also, people take it off camera as well. Was it something over there as well?
No, we're not taking off camera anything. But looking at her dresses, yes, it's pretty colorful. But yeah, we just loving every bit of it because it's written very well by Deepti ji, and she's also co-producing this show, and the story, the entire concept is amazing, and we're looking forward to 31st when the show launches on Colors.
So the trailer has kind of a lot of colors, the character. So there's a shade of love, but there's also a shade of darkness. Is that what has been portrayed in the story throughout?
Well, yeah, we're trying to confuse people actually. That people are telling us that ये तो शाहरुख है डर का शाहरुख है, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, because ये जो लव के जो मायने हैं अगस्त्य के लिए, that's actually quite different. So अगर कोई इंसान प्यार में पागल होता है तो वो कैसे react करेगा? How will he react when he's madly in love? So we wouldn't want anybody to be influenced by the things that that Agastya does, because he just goes over the top, and ऐसा कुछ नहीं चाहेंगे हम लोग कि लोग influence हो जाएं. But visually it's gonna be a treat for them to watch, because बहुत सारे shades हैं, बहुत सारे characters हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे scenes हैं जो उनको लगेगा कि यार, what is this character? This is amazing. This is a brilliant character.
So, what part of Agastya is Zen in real life?
Intense. Agastya is very intense. I'm also very intense.
Yeah, and we've also seen your Insta game. It's quite a killer.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
So I just want to understand that earlier actors were mostly known by the work they do. We met them on at a particular time of the TV soap, or if it was big screen, it was like Friday in theaters. Now we constantly know what the actor is doing through stories, through Instagram
Yeah.
posts. So is that a part of professional life as well? What you post, how you portray your life on Instagram and social media?
Well, yeah, I think in a way, we as actors we don't have a personal life as such. Our life is all public. It's
Yeah.
always in the public eye, and whatever we do, whatever perform, wherever we are, I think everybody knows it. कि हम लोग कब क्या कहाँ हैं और क्या कर रहे हैं. And in a way, it's very difficult for an actor to keep their lives very private, but at the same time, you have to be all out there for the fans and for people who love you, who want to keep themselves entertained. And yeah, so you have to be active, because इंसान दिखेगा नहीं तो इंसान बिकेगा नहीं. And only Shah Rukh and sells, that's a different thing. But हाँ, इंसान को दिखना पड़ता है बिकने के लिए, like that.
Right. Right. All right. So we hear that you've started your career with modeling. So how did this transition happen? We also read that you did an MBA from a prestigious university. So MBA, modeling, and then a debut in Yaria, and then now the show on Colors. What has the trajectory been like?
It's been great. I'm glad, and yeah, I keep on experimenting with different things, be it education or profession or otherwise business. अभी आजकल business चल रहा है दिमाग में. So yeah, so I keep on experimenting with a lot of different things altogether since my journey as an actor or otherwise. So yeah, it keeps me on the edge. So it does not एक जैसे कहते हैं ना, एक monotonous चीजें मुझे पसंद नहीं है. So I keep on experimenting with different things.
So we learned that you've earned titles like 17th sexiest Asian man, and then TOI's most desirable men. So how did it happen for you, and how did you feel? Like you're blushing already.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's a I think reputable thing to get it, because see, awards वगैरह वो सारी, that's a different thing altogether. But when you get a international tag as saying 17th most sexiest Asian man, तो I think मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है यार, technically, because I think Asian man मतलब एशिया में 17वां वो title लेना, it's a big thing. I think that was back in 2019, I guess, when I got that title. So loved it. But yeah, I don't always ऐसी चीज मैं सर पे नहीं चढ़ने देता, but it's just very normal. थोड़ी सी खुशी होती है, and then you move on like that.
So considering that you would have a lot of female fan following, so we have a quick rapid fire round comprising a few questions where we would ask you some quirky questions like that. So are you ready then?
All ready.
So number 1, would you date a fan?
Would I date a fan?
Yeah.
पहला question ही tricky. Why not यार? अगर connection होगा तो क्यों नहीं? उसमें क्या है?
All right. So your weirdest fan encounter?
Weirdest, I wouldn't call it weird, but it was actually sweet. I think one of the press conferences we had in Jaipur for Sarvgin Sampan, there was this fan जो इतने तूफान में, आंधी बारिश में, पता नहीं कहाँ से सिटी से चल के ऊपर वहाँ पे जहाँ हम लोग प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे at one of the मंदिर्स hilltop पे, वहाँ पे आई, and she had this I think she had my name and my face tattooed. Yeah, so I was like, what is this? And she had her exam the next day. I was like, dude, आपको ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, but आपने कर लिया, that's very sweet, but let's avoid that. So बेचारी आई, और I was like, okay, she wanted a picture. She was a very big fan that way. I think encounters होते रहते हैं, कुछ चीजें आपको याद रहती हैं, कुछ चीजें आप भूल जाते हैं.
This one was really sweet.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right. Any co-actor that you've had a crush on?
Co-actor अभी तो कोई ऐसी मिली नहीं यार. No.
All right. What would anybody have to do to impress Zen?
Just be themselves.
That's it?
That's it.
Is that? Listen, guys, it's so basic.
Just be that. Like I don't like people, faking in front of me, because people, when they fake in front of me, I get to know. I have that sixth sense.
A song that you're currently hooked to?
I'm hooked to. I think Tajdar-e-Haram.
Your favorite holiday destination?
There are many, yaar. Not one, but certainly बाहर कहीं यार, because obviously बाहर की वादियाँ ही अलग होती हैं. इंडिया में भी काफी जगह हैं, but बाहर तो अलग ही जोन है, तो कोई एक स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. But right now I would want to go to Turkey and Italy.
A meal that you can have all the time without any guilt.
I think butter chicken with cheese naan, cheese butter naan.
Wow. I would like to relish that too.
Yeah.
Your hopes for Fana?
Very much. It's pretty high. The hopes are 200% high, and I am waiting when we launch the show and we get first week ka TRP and responses.
Thank you so much, Zen. Thank you for this fun conversation. I really wish you well for the upcoming show. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.